For years, we have watched President Trump and Democrats fighting over that border wall, and after today, it does look like that fight will continue with each side standing their ground. But we wanted to know what Border Patrol agents want and need to do their job. The answer? It all depends on the terrain they patrol in the 2,000-mile stretch with Mexico.
The proper wall never got built. I will get it built.
It's that word, wall, that's the real barrier when it comes to Washington gridlock.
But this fence, and as you can see, it's almost a built-in ladder.
But for the men and women who patrol the border, wall doesn't always mean a menacing concrete barrier, as President Trump once suggested on the campaign trail. Instead, it has many different definitions depending on the need.
Wall to the United States Border Patrol means access, roads, it means physical impedance, it means technology, it means personnel, and it may not be the exact same thing everywhere.
Here on the border with Tijuana, where activity is heavy, wall means numerous impediments, ATVs, air patrol, and yes, in some locations, a true physical barrier, 18, sometimes 30 feet high, buried in concrete to keep illegal migrants from digging beneath it. How deep does the concrete run here?
So minimum of 6 feet. Some places it goes deeper depending on the height of the fence as well and the terrain.
They utilize time, terrain.
To the east, that terrain in the Otay Mountains is what makes it difficult for Border Patrol agents to track illegal crossings. Here, a 20-foot fence is not nearly enough. Cameras are also limited because of blind spots, so it comes down to manpower.
But that personnel is our most valuable asset, but it's also our most expensive.
Even further east in remote areas like Boulevard and Jacumba Hot Springs, we've met neighbors on the border who take border security into their own hands, spending thousands building their own fence to protect their land from illegal crossings.
Over the last 30 years, we've spent 20 grand.
The fence here, as we saw last week in social media posts from Border Patrol, is not only easy to climb over or under, illegal immigrants just knock it down. But as we've learned, this fence was never meant to be a fence. It's just a stopgap.
It wasn't designed as a fence. It wasn't designed as a border wall, if you will. It's military landing mat that was just left over from Vietnam era. We basically just took scrap metal that the military had and we turned it into a border fence because we knew desperately we needed something to delineate the border.
And just tonight, Border Patrol sent us these pictures. They tell us the first picture shows where the border fence in Campo was cut again last night and then pushed back into place to try and hide the breach. The red marks that were below there were the tracks leading north. Agents followed the tracks with dogs and later found this Ford pickup truck and 24 illegal immigrants hiding in the bushes.